Alright, let's take a look at this block that you guys are going to be making. So it's 234 practice machining a flange. Here's your size, 2" by 2" by 3" wren shape. That's the material that I'm going to give you, like the pink stuff you saw on the CNC mill. You're going to do this in Inventor and make sure the corner of the block is at 0, 0, 0. We're going to say that's the corner we want at 0, 0, 0 right there. So in Inventor, when I start this off, I'm going to do a new standard IPT. I know that your interface is a little different than mine, but make sure it's standard inch IPT. Hit OK. And wait for it to open. Hopefully yours is faster than this. Alright, there we go. So here's our Y, our X, and blue is an arrow going up in our Z direction. First thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. I'm going to lock it onto the origin and send it out that way. So this is already constrained, so I'm going to skip right to my dimensioning step. This is going to be 2. And this is going to be 3. Alright, finish sketch. Now we want to extrude away from us in the negative Z direction. Extrude, distance 3, away. Excuse me, distance 2, my fault. Distance 2, away. So now it's 2 by 3 by 2 deep. Hit OK. When we go to the front view, we have our 0, 0, 0 point right there. That doesn't quite work for us in the mill because the mill comes in from the top direction down, not from the side. So we need to rotate this around a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit front, right click, set current view as top. Then I'm going to click once on this one and once on that one. And now it's top, front, right side. Z is going up, Y back, X towards us. I'm going to right click on that corner, set current view as home, fit to view. So now however I mess this up, I can hit home and it goes back and I have my X up, Y, and Y and X this direction, or Z going up. So now in the top view here, I can begin to do some of the things that are needed to be done on this block. So here's what we did. We did fix the corner correctly. We did extrude away, and we're going to do some sketches here. So first thing to look at is we'll talk about this pocket right here that's been drawn. Unfortunately, this is sideways, a little hard to see on the computer screen, but it's got a 0.25" radius, and there's 4 of them. That's what the 4 means. This whole square is 1" across. All right. And it is 0.5 off the bottom. Alright, and we can look here, we can see that from this direction we are looking at it being 1.5 off the wall and 2.5 across. We know that it's 1" across this way. So let's start to use some of this information right here to draw that out. I'll show you how that's done. So I'm going to create a sketch on that surface. I'm going to draw another rectangle. Doesn't really matter where. I'm going to dimension it at 1 by 1, and I can also dimension how far it is, excuse me, from the bottom. We said that was 0.5. We also know how far this line is from that line if we look at the drawing. So how far this edge is from that edge, and it's 2.5. So I'm going to come back in here, dimension that line to that line. I'm really close, but I'm going to change it to 2.5. And now it's in the right place. Next thing I'm going to do is place my fillets on there. So I've got to find my fillet tool. I'm going to change these to 0.25 fillets as it says in the note. and I'm going to pick all of these. Alright, I'm going to close that now. So now I have the shape right. It looks like this guy. How deep is it? Well, 0.375 is the depth. Come back to here. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to go to the home view. I'm going to extrude that. And I'm going to make it a cut at a distance of 0.375. Alright, so that's done. Go back to our top view. We can look at some of the other things that we need to have happen off of this drawing. Remember how I located this square. Here it is in the top view, here it is in the front view. You can see how far it is. This is a baseline dimension. From edge to somewhere, edge to somewhere. I knew it was 1.5 to here, 2.5. That's also how I got the missing dimension. The difference between 2.5 and 1.5 is 1, and from here to here is 1, and from here to here is 1. That's how we figured that out. Now there's this channel that's been cut all the way around. Same thing. All we need to do is start making rectangles and gain our distances. So if we look at how far this line is from that line, this might help a little bit. From there to there, we have a dimension of 0.125. I can come in here, I can put a sketch on that surface, and I can draw a rectangle there, and I can now dimension that rectangle off of the edge, 0.125. And then I can repeat that all the way around by clicking on the old dimension. Alright. Now I can look back here and see where how far that is. We know that the whole line from this point to that point is 0.25, so it's half. So I can offset again. I'll show you how that's done. We can go in here to our offset tool. We can pick a line, bring it in, dimension that to that, and that is also the same as this one, 0.125. Now we need to look and see how deep that cut is. That cut looks to me to be 0.25 deep. Alright, so we'll come back in here. Oh, we forgot the fillets. These fillets are 0.0625 all the way around. Come on in, fillet, 0.0625, and I click on each one of these. Had I done this earlier, I wouldn't have to do it twice, like I am now. It would have offset with fillets, but that's okay. Finish sketch, extrude. Let's go back to the home view. Extrude that guy as a cut, 0.25. Let's double check that to make sure 0.25 is my depth, and it is. Alright, hit OK, and now I've got it. Alright, so there's our block. I've done some of the work for you guys. You guys can take it from here, I think. Alright.